pricing is very strategic in how it can change the perception of a brand very quickly. So
100%.
you have to be competitive. You also have to look at, your cost of goods and what does it cost you to make it? What kind of profit are you looking at?
Welcome to Unstoppable Podcast with Harry Sardinas, inspiring conversations with influential millionaires, investors, thought leaders, entrepreneurs who are making a massive difference with their innovative products and services, and sharing the challenges and the wisdom of how they sold their first million.
Yes, and then Angelo, let's talk about pricing, because a really important component of pricing is actually the brand, right? If you build a product, right, and the reason that you can price it really high is that story, is that brand about that product, right? We have there are Nike shoes that they selling for $150, right? Where there are other retail stores that you can find trainers for $15. So why people are paying 10 times more? Sometimes it's not even 10 times better. So
This is true.
why do we pay more? And everybody will tell you, no, it's because of the brand. Yeah, but what is the brand, Angelo? Tell us.
Well, interesting. A lot of some folks think the brand is the logo, if you will, right? It's with the brand, the swoosh. But the swoosh in Nike stands for a lot of different things. It's about the positioning. It's about the quality. It's about who it represents. Nike technically isn't in the shoe business, right? They're in the business of inspiring the athletes within all of us. So that's what the reason they're in business, right? They happen to sell shoes and apparel. So in any brand, it's about making sure that however you position yourself and the way you want to bring that brand forward, the values of the brand, the positioning, your competitive differentiations, all that make up the brand. Yes, the logos and the fonts, all that, that's part of brand identity, but it's not in essence the brand. So it's really important that you spend time developing that foundation, really understanding what your lane is, how you want to go forward in the market. And then there's evolutions and evolving, but you have to stay true to the brand. I had a client one time, we were talking about customer service, for example, part of his brand. Pardon me. And I said, so what happens how are we going to handle when someone's got an issue? He says, well, we'll tell them to send us an email. And if you don't hear from us in 48 hours, give us a phone call. And I said, well, we just basically told them we're not going to communicate with them for 48 hours. And I said, that reflects poorly on us trying to say we're service oriented, we're involved in your business, we want you to achieve, and then the complete opposite says we're not going to talk to you. So really looking at those components become really important as you layer and structure your brand. It isn't one thing, it's multiple things. And the importance of that brand allows you to expand your services, allows you to expand your business, allows you to charge more. And
absolutely,
that's why you and I go to law school. And, I'm charging $500 an hour. You're charging $2,000 an hour. We went to the same place. Maybe you but the brand and who you are and how you did all those other things I was talking about allows you to elevate who you are in your perception in the marketplace, which allows you to lead to more sales or higher pricing.
yeah. And then Angelo, it comes to the other part of the equation as well, which is we are under the impressions, a lot of entrepreneurs, yeah, they develop a product, right, and they say, well, branding is not important, so I'm not gonna pay attention to branding. I don't care about the branding. Yeah, I just gonna sell my product cheap, and that's the end of it. Yeah, but the issue with that is the following: that 80% of us, we don't buy cheap products. look the cars that everybody's driving, look the clothes that everybody's wearing, look the watches that everybody's wearing. So you don't find people if everybody will love cheap products, why not everybody's driving the cheapest car, and why not everyone is wearing the cheapest clothes? So it happens to be that if you decided to be to sell your product on price, yes, you are targeting only 20% of the marketplace, which is the people that the problem that you solve is not important for them, and they will pay later. If running shoes is not important for you, you will pay $15. If running shoes are important for you and you run every day, you will pay $150, and probably you can get them from Nike, from the authority in the marketplace. So either the entrepreneurs like it or not, if you start from your company, you don't take branding seriously, you're going to leave a lot of money on the table. And we're talking about a lot of money on the table. And you're going to be dealing with clients all the time that the first thing that they're going to ask you when they see your product is, can I have some discount? And you will say, but it's already cheap. Well, can I have more discount? So if you don't want, people don't want clients to ask them for discount, you have to beat the brand. Yeah. Nobody goes to Nike asking for discount, right, Angel?
Right. Well, I'm sure they do, but they don't get it. And your point is well taken, because the price, again, back to price, it establishes a cachet of who you are. If I'm selling cheap, then the perception of our brand is that we're cheap, right? And so now you don't want to go become a Mercedes or a Rolex watch, because you can, but then you're deciding where your market segment is, and that's really important. If you want to sell to somebody who's willing to spend $50,000 on a watch, you have to have the product, you have to have the perception, you have to have the positioning and the brand that supports that kind of sale, and
that kind of price point, right?
The price point. And I think about, I worked a lot in the restaurant industry, in the fast food industry, fast casual. And we have these disagreements with our clients and saying, I can't go in and price this product that cheap, and then on Thursday give a discount, because now all they're waiting for is the discount. And they start thinking of you as instead of the $3 burrito, they're looking for the $1.50 burrito. Why?
And then we go only on Thursday, right?
Right. So now all of a sudden you're getting to be perceived as not quality food, but just cheap and fast food. And now you want to compete with other companies that are doing something different. So pricing is very strategic in how it can change the perception of a brand very quickly.
100%.
So you have to be competitive. You also have to look at, your cost of goods, and what does it cost you to make it? What kind of profit are you looking at? And the liquor industry is interesting, because sometimes you'll see a really beautiful bottle, and the price point, let's say, of a bottle of vodka might be, $90, and yet same kind of quality sitting in a cheaper bottle, right? But perception, some of the bottles are all etched and they're beautiful, and you're willing to pay that money, right? Because you think the brand is different, but they all go through the same filters. They're all, triple filtered.
Absolutely.
To the same process, right? Except it's the positioning. I mean, it's
because you don't want to arrive to the party you don't want to arrive to the party to your best friend with the cheapest vodka, right? Because everybody knows what's the cheapest vodka, right? So yeah, if you have a party that is not important for you, you might have a cheapest vodka, but if it's the birthday of your best friend, you don't want to show up, even which is almost the same liquor and the same process.
Follow us for more interviews with world's most influential, audacious entrepreneurs that overcame challenges and adversity, providing you with the blueprint of how they sold their first million so you can grow your business exponentially.